always are checking. So I want one of you guys to come in here. This is called the reagents. This allows us to see which ones of these have cell signal molecules. So I'll have one of you come over here, and I'll have you. Who's she said you were going up there. So let's go. I wanted to go. So I think of this, you can just tear this up. So you're gonna put one of these little sachets in it, and in here, in any of them, which ones you think is.
I can choose anyone.
Yeah, you choose anyone.
I'm gonna choose this one.
So you can start putting money down if you guys want. We'll hit $20 on that one. Okay, just kidding. Okay, so I turned. Let's see. Let me spin it a little bit. Let's use a little pipette. Turn this. So nothing's going on, right? Okay, let's use another one now.
Okay.
Let's pick a random one. I don't even know which one is what. So.
Okay. Maybe you better.
Yeah, let's see that. Okay. There you go.
Oh,
okay.
What happened?
So what's going on there, Andrea? Want to talk about it a little bit?
Yeah.
It's not cooling though. Let's see.
The first one that you put didn't change color, right?
No.
The second one, it did.
Yes.
Which one has the redox molecules?
Color. So what is it you're putting in there exactly?
That's the thing. That's one of the tests that we do to see if there is.
That's one of the secret sauces.
So much so that we erased.
There's a reagent in the packet that reacts with redox potential.
Yeah.
So if there's redox energy in the solution, you'll see a color change. Mm-hmm. And the degree to the color change dictates how much redox is in the solution.
Oh, right. So if it was just salt and water, right, we wouldn't see any changes in there, like you saw with just the water. So this is a way.
If someone else wants to try both of this again,
We're supposed to get a try.
So based on the color of that, is there a lot of redox in that, or not?
It's not like we cannot quantify just with this test. It's just like to qualify.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then we still have other machines.
There is or there is not. But the quantity, we need more specific machines like
you guys
that
want to
one.
pour it in, anyone? Okay. You even nailed it. Yeah, there you go.
I'm an expert.
There you are.
What's going on?
Yeah, but just to, kind of explore this again, we do this test a lot of times during a lot of processes, and the hunter's probably going to talk to you about it. We just want to make sure we're delivering all the self-seated molecules we can, right?
Sure. So in doing this demo with the color change, convert that or explain what that means when this redox enters into the body. What is the reaction within the body?
Yeah.
When you show this, so I can kind of compute and put it all together.
Yeah, and I'm sure
take this, put it in my body. Now, what kind of reaction should I see in the body?
Yeah, so we'll probably talk about this later too, but what's happening is a lot of that absorption of cell-signal molecules are occurring in your mouth, right? Okay. So that's going to trigger a lot of different effects, cascading effects, which is going to trigger NRF2 pathway as well. And we know NRF2 pathway triggers, like, for example, superoxide dismutase, glutathione, so all those internal antioxidants.
Protective
proteins, right? So it's triggering all those healthy benefits for your own body to kind of say, hey, wake up. Let's get our immune system ramped up. Let's do all these benefits that we need. And then, I don't know if you want to
So in other words, is this indicative of the redox working just as instant as this change of color?
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Or does it take time?
Both.
Yeah.
It's absorbed right away.
Yeah.
That's why we swish and we keep it in our mouth for like 30 seconds. So it's absorbed and it will trigger pathways. And these pathways, they will respond like within, in vitro, what we've seen is 24 hours, we have a response already. Mm-hmm. But in our body, it can respond within 24 hours or it can be fast or depend on actually your needs.
Yeah. So I wrote what was it, the gold on my knee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And it reacted just like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Within moments.
Because it's absorbed. When it's absorbed, it triggers the response right away.
Yeah. So those anti-inflammatory responses, the pain responses, right, are almost instantaneous because they're localized in nature.
Yeah.
But what's happening here is this color change only changes when there's redox energy present. Now, think of your cells, in order to do anything, they need an energy, right? They need redox energy. We're exposed to environmental stressors thousands of times a day, right? Radio waves, microplastics, pollution, you name it. We're exposed to more stress today than we've ever been as a human species. And that's a result of rapidly changing technology, right? How quickly does our genetics change as a human race? Very slow. It takes generations, right? So our genetics have not set us up to be able to address all of the stressors that we're exposed to, which is causing all of this imbalance. In order to respond to those stressors, it requires redox signaling that we make ourselves, but we don't make enough of it, right? This absorption happens immediately, but the cascade trickle-down effects of that absorption can last 24 hours, 72 hours after initial absorption. So what's happening is this initial burst of redox energy triggers a cascade effect of the body souping up, right, its response to these stressors, and that's how it kind of wakes up the inner doctor.
So is the potency of the solution that I rubbed on the knee stronger than what it is you drink?
It is stronger. Yeah, it's roughly double, but it's also focused by the gold. So there's another aspect of the redox gold beyond just the core technology, right? So you have this technology, which is the ingestible. You have the white tube, which is an increased concentration, but a topical version of this. And then the gold takes that topical technology and uses gold as a catalyst to focus all of that redox potential instead of across many different pathways. It focuses it specifically on anti-inflammatory and recovery.
You know what's so interesting too, and Andrea, you did this for 3.5 years of research. There's a sweet spot to your mouth. You have too much or too little, it doesn't activate this as well. So it was really fascinating to see what levels are the best, and that's exactly what we did, you know, so.
How do I find that out though? Is it,
That's the thing. The sweet spot's very personal because the response is personal. So we suggest 2 ounces twice a day, 3 ounces twice a day, 4 ounces twice a day. There are people that need more. And it's okay because it's not going to be bad for your body. It will help you to get back to normal, to homeostasis, to balance. So it depends on how your body is affected for all those things that you're exposed to.
The guiding principle is the more out of balance you are, the more you need, right? The more stress you're under, physiological stress, the more you need. If you're in balance, you're under low stress loads, you don't need as much. So people that have health challenges, have trouble, things that they're trying to improve, there's an imbalance there. They're likely going to need more for some time, and then they could try tapering off. The cool thing about the product is you'll feel it, right? You'll be able to tell like, oh, hey, I'm really feeling a change in my body, and then you can kind of tailor it to what works best for you.
Yeah, it's really fascinating with that because I love bodybuilding, and when I have 2-a-days, I take more of it. And I can tell my response to all the stress and inflammation, because when you work out or you're an athlete, what are you doing to your body? You're putting it under stress. So the key to that is to recover. So my personal, what I like to do in my day-to-day when I do 2-a-days is take like 4 ounces and then 4 ounces after, before and after. Again, that's tailored to individual needs, but the more stress you have, probably the more you should take. So.